Let's talk about what is a lead. Do you get? So in this particular chapter, we're going to be talking about lead generation techniques, how to generate leads both online and offline. So number one, let's talk about what's the lead. Now, a lead I define there is a person who has shown interest in the property you have and has given you a way to reach them, or somebody who is capable of buying the property you're selling and you have access to them. A lead is not somebody that you cannot talk to, somebody that you cannot call, somebody that you cannot even reach out to. Everybody that has car can probably buy a property that is above 1 million naira. Everybody that, there's a kind of job, that somebody can be doing, and you know that they can afford the property that you're selling. But because of you cannot reach them, because of you don't have a relationship with them, they are not your lead. Somebody only becomes a lead when that person can now contact you, when that person has DM'd you, when that person has called you, or when you've called that person, when that person has saved your contacts and probably is now viewing your status, or when that person, has access of any sort to you. Do you get? A lead is somebody that can step up the ladder and turn into a client. Do you get? A lead is somebody who has shown interest in you, who has shown or who is capable of buying a property and you can reach them. Now, a lead is not yet a client, but a lead can be converted to a client. But the target audience that you've not reached out to might not be able to be converted into your client. I don't know if you know the difference. So now, you need to generate leads. Leads turn into sales. Let me tell you, as a realtor, as somebody into the real estate business, your focus should always be on getting leads. In fact, you should have a target of how many new leads you need to be getting every week and every day, if possible. Because the more leads you get, the more deals you are capable of closing. If you only have 2 people that can buy property from you in your contact list, just know that very soon you will go broke. Very, very broke, I mean. But even if you don't have any sale, but you have like 20 quality leads, just know that in the next 1 to 2 months, you will close at least 1 or 2 sales, because some of the real estate deals take at least 1 month to 2 months before the person even conclude. So anytime you stop generating leads, just know that in the next 2 months or in the next 3 months, you're already going to go out of business because you will not have any leads. So lead is the blood of a real estate business. Always be generating leads. And how can you get leads? How can you have access to people who can buy your property, people who can reach out to you, people who can turn into potential buyers? There are 2 major ways of getting leads. I call them the lead sources, 2 major lead sources. And number 1, I'm going to keep it very clean, is the online, and number 2 is offline. Now, you might want to ask me, which one should I focus on? I'll tell you something. A professional realtor should focus on both. But if you must really start with one and you're still starting, I'll tell you, focus more on offline. When you're still starting, then you now go to online, because online might take kind of a small time, because they need to first of all get your attention. They need to first of all be attentive to you, be interested, desire, and then all those sales funnel. But for offline, you can reach out to your uncle, and your uncle will help you get clients. You can reach out to your auntie who can buy a property, and in less than 1 week, they bought the property from you because they already know you. Do you get? So now, a professional realtor uses both of them. So now let's dive deeper into it. Now, the online lead generation technique. Now, there are different ways you can generate leads online, but the most conversant one, or the most known one, or the most effective one is through social media content. By putting out content on social media. Now, they have different platforms. We have different social media platforms. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have WhatsApp, we have YouTube. I think I've talked a whole lot about online marketing in some previous classes. So we have different platforms, Instagram. So now you need to know that social media content is your number 1 way of getting leads when it comes to the online space, social media content, and this is free traffic. So you need to make sure you put out content if you want to get leads on social media. Most of the sales people make on social media is not even as a result of ads, it's as a result of content. You need to have a very, very good content. And the number 1 content you should be posting out, I've talked about this in some of the previous classes, is the educational content. Educational content helps you position as an authority in the real estate space. So make sure you're putting out a lot of educational content before you now talk about the marketing content. Then we now have the motivational content. Then we now have the lifestyle content that you get. Now, your goal online when it comes to the online world is to gain trust before transaction. First of all, if you want to generate leads here, first of all, you need to make sure that you focus more on building trust. And you build trust, first of all, by positioning yourself as an authority, as somebody people can trust before they can now transact with you. Now, the second way you can generate leads online, apart from social media content, the number two is direct messages. Now, there's what they call the DM strategies. So, how do you do the DM strategies? You can decide to reach out to your target audience via their DM. You can write out 20 people that you think can afford what you're selling, and you reach out to them online. You reach out to them, send them a direct message telling them that please, this is what I do. Just draft a nice DM strategy and you reach out to them. Now, this one is you messaging your targeting audience or posting in an online community. Direct messaging also has to do with, being in some WhatsApp community, Facebook community, and some places some groups that you can post directly. This is also a very, very good strategy of getting leads online. Like for me, I'm in different communities that I can once in a while I post my product and get people reach out to me and know what I do. You get. So now the rule when it comes to DM strategy is that for the first time you're coming to somebody's DM, one thing you want to do is not to sell. One thing you don't want to do is to sell or start telling them to come and buy. You don't sell immediately. You don't start asking questions. First thing you want to do is to educate them first. Do you understand? One thing I usually do whenever it comes to all these kind of online communities is that for like the first 1 month, I'm just posting them educational content on the group that they can watch, that they can view, and get to know me. Do you get? I don't just come and I start telling them to buy. No, I first of all post them, things that helps them get my attention, things that help them learn, so that they can now build this trust with me. Do you get? Now the third way you can generate online leads is through paid ads. And this one is now for serious realtors or realtors that are now seeing money. Do you get? Now, ads, you don't have to spend much. You can be spending 20,000, 30,000 naira in a week as your pocket permits you. Now, this one helps you reach people you don't know. Now, if you want to start reaching people that maybe your content normally wouldn't have reached them, people in Abuja, people in Lagos, this is where paid ads come in. Paid ads helps you target your specific audience. You can now target the kind of people you want to see your video. People that have cars, people that have bought properties before, people that use maybe iPhone 17, people that have maybe people that have traveled out before. You can now target specific people with paid ads. But if it's just your normal content, anybody can see it. You don't have the power to tweak the kind of people you want to see it. But with paid ads, you can target specific people to be able to watch your content. Then we now have the WhatsApp lead capture. Now this one is very, very important. Save people's contact, and they save your contact and they start viewing your status. The both of you guys are viewing your status. Once in a while you reach out to them. Another part of the WhatsApp lead capture is using broadcast lists. You get? You need to put all your leads, everybody that can buy property from you, you put them in the broadcast list, or even all your contacts, you put them in the broadcast list, and you're always reaching out to them. Anybody that now responds to you, maybe with a question or anything, that person is automatically a lead. You get? So WhatsApp is where most Nigerian deals are closed. Trust me. Even though you get this person from YouTube or from any other place, WhatsApp is where you do the closing. So you need to make sure that your WhatsApp is very, very optimized, and you need to make sure that your WhatsApp is like your office and you're very, very intentional with what you post there. Do you get? So that is that for the online lead generation. We're going to be going to the offline lead generation sources. The number one is the referrals. Referrals. Now this one is where you get the best, the most quality leads, referrals. So if you want to generate leads using offline, first of all, think about how you can get people to do referrals. Like I remember when I was still starting, then I had people in different segments. I had people in some markets, I had people in ShopRite that I gave my flyers and I told them that they should help me to be sharing it. Do you understand? There's this POS stand inside ShopRite. I kept my flyers there. When you want to come and withdraw, you're going to see I have some shops where I kept my flyers strategically, whereby you can just come and say you want to buy something and you just see my flyer. This time around now, I'm generating leads using another person. Do you understand? Leveraging another person that people already trust. Do you get? So you can generate leads through referral. The sources are your past clients, somebody that has bought from you, even if it's another industry, your colleague. You can tell them to help you post you. Do you get? From your friends, from your families, your colleagues. Do you get? Just tell them to post you on their status or send what you're selling to some of their contacts. So referrals, very, 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 very quality. So always ask, please refer me if you know anyone interested in the property. Now referrals convert faster because trust already exists. You know that real estate is a trust business. The number one capital in this real estate business is trust. If people trust you, they can buy anything you sell. Do you get? So you need to find out people that already have access to people. Do you understand? There are some people that I cannot meet directly. I need to go through their PA. Or I need to go to somebody that they're already cool with, because that is the easiest way for me to sell to them or for me to be able to convert them. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Now, the second way you can generate leads is through physical networking. And this is where you get to meet people face to face and you pitch to them. You tell them what you do, you get their contact and you get yours, and you now follow up on them. This one is very, very effective, trust me. And the places you can do physical networking is in your church. First of all, start from your church. Every Sunday, try and meet like 2 new persons or 3 new persons in your church and just get their contact. Let them know what you do. You need to make sure that you go out of your way to get people's contact. The second part is events. Whenever there's a big event, you should know about it and you should be there. You should get like at least 5. Find out ways you can always leave people's faces and get new leads. In your workplace, whenever there's an inspection, just go to places that you can meet your target audience and get their contact. Now, the rule is that make sure you don't force sales and let the conversations flow naturally. Sometimes when I want to even network people, I don't necessarily have to be sounding all professional or be speaking big grammar. I can even be speaking pidgin English and just be connecting depending on the situation, the location. If it's in an hotel, I can just vibe with you as a young person. I don't really start. I just want the conversation to flow natural. And whenever you're networking physically, build rapport. Do you understand? Don't just be focused on telling them what you do, blah, 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 blah. Also be interested in them. Allow the conversations to flow. And don't sell on the first instant. The goal is for you to get their contact, first of all, and know what you do, and also know what they do. And the rule of physical networking is think about adding value to the next person. Try and ask yourself, how do I add value to this person? Because that's the best way to build the best networks. Now, the third one is through billboards. There are lots of ways you can network. You can actually get leads. And that way is billboard. Post billboards in strategic locations and your number. People will reach out to you and they'll call you. Do you get? Now, the fourth one is cold outreach. And this is where you now call your old contacts, following up on people that you've abandoned. This can just you now going through your classmates, and you're just calling like 5 of your classmates every day, or people that you and them went to the same secondary school, primary school. You're just reaching out to them, telling them that I do real estate too. Because the truth about real estate is that you don't know where your contact, you don't know where your next big sale will come from. I've had people that have closed sale through a gate man. People that have closed deals through, in fact, nobody, people that they didn't even take seriously. Do you get? So you need to make sure that you do this cold outreach. You have radio jingles. You can go to radio stations and put up some radio jingles. This and that way. So the common mistakes amateur realtors make. Now, one of the common mistakes that amateur realtors, beginner realtors, one of the mistakes they make is that they wait for leads instead of generating them. Some people think that they're not intentional about generating leads. They think that somebody will just wake up one day and just reach out to them. Yes, it happens. When you start positioning yourself, it will happen. Do you get? But you need to be intentional. What is your strategy of making sure that these people reach out to you? It's not as if you're not posting, you're not running ads, you're not putting out flyers, and you feel like somebody will just from nowhere and reach out to you. You're not asking for referrals. I feel like people will just reach out to you, like that. It doesn't work that way, actually. So you need to first of all make sure that you're putting yourself in positions and places where people will reach out to you to want to generate leads. Where people reach out to you, you don't wait for leads, you need to generate them. Position yourself in a way that you'll be attracting these people. Now, and that second mistake is that they post only properties with no education. Trust me, education is the best form of marketing. Like I always say, education is the best form of marketing. Educate your leads, educate people. Even when you meet them, sometimes when the conversation will be going somehow, try and see how you can educate them as they go. Trust me, there's something you just the way you. In fact, I've met some people physically and just talking with them, and I give them one tip. Automatically, I just change their perception down that okay, this guy is a professional. I'm not just like a roadside agent. Try and see how you can educate people. That's why you need to know a whole lot about this your industry. The third thing is ignoring offline opportunities. I've seen realtors say that no, I don't network offline. Trust me, there's some people that will not reach out to you online. They have to reach out to you offline. There are some people, some high network people, they cannot just see you online and reach out to you. Though in today's world, it's changing, but trust me, there are some leads that you get by meeting the right people. And the fourth thing is not following up. If you're generating all the leads in this life and you're not following up on them, you're not calling them, you're not conversing, you're not taking them through the sales funnel, you're not taking them from the attention to the action points, just know that you're just wasting your time and you're just burning your resources. And that is the end. I hope from this class you understand a whole lot about lead generation technique and how to generate leads. If you have any question or you want to go more in depth, reach out to us. Type it in the comment section. And if you're not in our WhatsApp community, make sure you join the WhatsApp community. And the next class is going to be very, very interesting. We're going to be talking and going more in depth on sales mastery. See you.